In this video, we'll take a look at EA Games' Battlefield 3 and the Activision Infinity Ward game Modern Warfare 3. Both games played on my Asus G53SW that you can find more information about in my previous videos here on YouTube or in the description page below. For the first time, I've been using Fraps to record the video from the games. Because of technical reasons, unfortunately, not the full image quality could have been kept. But let's get going with these games. I'm going to review them both in this video. And both of them, of course, have been running smooth on my computer. Here I have the video settings that I have been using for Battlefield 3. Everything on Ultra, graphics, full resolution. The only thing that I turned off is the anti-aliasing, since that just makes my graphics card cry. So here I've started the mission Operation Swordbreaker. This is one of the first missions in Battlefield 3. And we're just opening up the loading sequence here. In Battlefield 3, the campaign is built like an interrogation, just like in Call of Duty Black Ops, where we have the soldier who's being interrogated, and as he tells his story, that's when we play the missions. And our actual objective is, through this game, to find some nuclear weapons. So that's basically like finding this secret weapon that we hear about in Battlefield Bad Company 2. So the entire campaign system is a bit of a rip-off from other games. But, and of course I'm going to take a look here at both good and bad about Battlefield 3. And let's just get right into the action. So here I've jumped a little bit into the mission so we can get to some action. If we also start with what I like about this game is the incredible amount of teamwork. And of course by that I mean both in the campaign and in the co-op, everything has been designed so it feels like you are cooperating with everybody else playing the game. In this case I'm using a campaign, so this time it would be the AI. And it really feels like you're cooperating, like here you're dragging your mate away while they are laying down some cover fire. In other missions where you need to get some stuff, not always you are the one picked to do the task, like getting a ladder or whatever. Sometimes your teammates does do these tasks, and that's great for this game. Furthermore, I like the incredible graphics that I'm seeing in this game. This is some of the best graphics that I have seen in a game. It's not the best, but it's definitely around there. And I haven't been experiencing many issues. It's in general working pretty well. I have, however, seen enemies walk right through a wall, and when I then die and repeat that part of the mission, they do it just again, walk right through the wall. So when I get on the other side of the wall, they can shoot me. It's a bit irritating. I didn't know if you were looking closely here, but rewind the video if you didn't see it. But when I jumped over the wall, you saw my legs as I jumped over. This is one of the few first-person shooting games actually containing this little feature to make things a little bit more realistic. You can see where you're actually walking. It's not the best implementation of the feature that I have seen. I have seen it better other places, but in this game it actually is working pretty well. And as you are pretty much noticing at this point, I'm having a bit of an issue pinpointing exactly where my opponents are and what my objectives are, and that's actually some of the negative things that I've experienced in this game. You're often just set to follow some of your mates, or you just get these suddenly, kill these, take care of these, whatever. And sometimes your opponents can be a bit difficult to find in the urban territory. Though one of these effects here when I knife them looks good. But in generally, a pretty good game, but a bit boring because you're in the same place for a pretty long time. This was about 2 minutes, and I was in the same place. So let's go for some Modern Warfare 3. Here is the graphical settings that I've been using for this game, and everything is on full. I have the anti-aliasing on, everything on full power here. And the resolution, of course, I maxed out my Asus with the 1366 x 768 pixels on the screen. And here I'm loading again one of the first missions in the game. I've just cut out some of the loading scenes here so we don't have to spend the entire video just watching loading screens. Now, one of my first real issues with Modern Warfare, and that's in general the first, the second, and now also the third game, is I'm having issues figuring out the story. I'm having issues finding out what the heck this game is all about. I know we have some terrorist called Makarov. He's Russian and we're supposed to whack him, but that's also everything that I know. Whatever's going on with them, with who's taking over what parts of the country or whatever's going on, I really don't know. I'm really generally confused, and I have been playing through both the first and the second Modern Warfare. So, in general, it's just like, okay, I have a bunch of missions here and I have to go through them. However, it fits my gaming style pretty well, because in this game, on the contrary to Battlefield 3, I'm never in the same spot more than 2 minutes, basically, because in this game it's designed to storm through. So there's constant action and there's constant people you need to kill. And that suits my gaming style pretty well. And there is only one thing that's rattling the cages here, because Modern Warfare 3 is so much unlike Modern Warfare 2 that if you know Modern Warfare 2, well, you know Modern Warfare 3, because they haven't really changed much. In my opinion, I can't see the big differences in the graphics. They're mostly the same. I can see bits and pieces here and there where they have made some improvements. The sound, however, is incredibly better. It is really, really great. And that it has seen some major improvements. But my real problem is this game is so much like Modern Warfare 2 in every single aspect that on a very, very rare occasion I've actually given up playing the game. There is so little new to this game that you're not gonna believe it. It's new missions and then a few modifications to your weapons. I'm going to show one of them off here, where I have a red dot sight that's capable of a normal view, as we know from Modern Warfare 2, and then you can switch on sort of a zoom, so you can just take a little bit better look at your opponent, and it's really, really easy to turn on and off. But that's also one of the few things that I've actually seen, and really, I prefer first-person shooting games. They are my favorite type of game. But with Modern Warfare 3, I gave up because it's simply too boring. I can't figure out the story, and I don't know why I'm doing what. And it's so much unlike Modern Warfare 2 that I feel like I've played this before. It's just new missions that I'm playing, and I really don't like this game. So for me, calling a winner is a bit difficult, because Modern Warfare 3 is just too much like Modern Warfare 2. I don't feel like I get a new game. But on the other hand, Battlefield 3 is delivering incredible graphics, an easy to follow story, that it's a bit short however, but it's easy to follow. But the big problem with this is there's too little action, and there's actually some missions where I was thinking, will this never end? And I was just sitting there praying, please be the last objective. So in my opinion, calling a winner here, I would say that's basically down to religion here. It really is down to, are you a Battlefield 3 person, or just a Battlefield person, or are you a Call of Duty person? But if I had to say that you needed to buy one of these, I would probably say Battlefield 3 as for the best game. And one more thing, it really doesn't matter which game is the best, because this video was mostly about demonstrating the Asus G53SW's powers. And in both games I have not experienced any lags at all. Battlefield 3, you saw the graphic settings running smooth with a general 45 frames per second. Modern Warfare 3 hasn't counted, but it doesn't really need to, because the graphics are the same as Modern Warfare 2, and my Asus G53 runs through Modern Warfare 2 easy. So, thank you for watching.